This is from Six Buzz. I'm going to give you a harsh language warning, which I forgot to give you earlier. But I think if you're still here, you are okay with harsh language because I forgot to warn you about the other stuff. And so this is from a boxing event in Mississauga. And I guess an anti-Trudeau chant erupted. Let's hear this. This is from Six Buzz.
November, it's going to be the most important fucking day of our lives, yo.
Why?
It's either Kamala Harris with Donald Trump, and we're all blue here. We're all conservatives. We don't run with the fucking liberals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Aiden, you're a man. You're really important. Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau! Fuck Trudeau!
All right, thank you guys so much. Next fight.
November.
Okay, nature's healing. Nature's healing. You know what I noticed there? Did you notice the same thing I did? And I don't want to say this because this is something that liberals notice, but if liberals are going to notice it and use it against us, I'm going to notice it too and use it against them. It's a pretty young crowd, but also pretty ethnically diverse. It's not a bunch of old white men, as the liberals would love to say, chanting about how bad Trudeau is. This is not a bunch of curmudgeons. Look at this crowd. Ethnically diverse young men who just want a future, doing masculine things like young men should do. Doesn't bode well for the liberals. In fact, that's not just an anecdotal observation that I'm making here. Can we bring up this tweet? Young Canadians. They're now the most right-wing demographic in Canada. They're the ones who are going to least vote for the Liberals. Let's show this. Vote intention in the federal election. 43% are conservative. They're the ones that are least likely to vote for the, well, not quite least, the older people too. But the reason I say that it's the highest, they're the most conservative, is if you take that 43% there and add it to the 7% PPC, that's right of center, right? We've got 50% of young people age 18 to 29 are voting for a conservative party, one or the other. It's higher than everybody else. Even higher than those curmudgeons at 47%. You add that to the 2%, you only get to 49. Young people are the most conservative voting generation. Again, nature's healing. But this is young people realizing that the policies of Trudeau and the older millennials, Gen Xers like me, it's going to make, that stuff is going to make sure that they never own a house, never can afford children, never will have a vacation, can't afford groceries, can't afford a car, never pay off their debts. They're realizing there's got to be another way. And so what in prior iterations of Canadian politics, we would sort of consider those people like the lost generation. Once you get out there in the world and pay some taxes, you'll start coming back to our way of thinking. They're not like that anymore. They're saying never, never Trudeau. So that is it's a beautiful thing to see.
It's the news event of the year. Canada's most controversial premier sits down with Canada's most controversial journalist, and everything is on the table. Come watch Ezra Levant one-on-one with Alberta Premier Danielle Smith in front of a live studio audience in Calgary. Nothing's off limits. Nothing's held back. Questions that would make Justin Trudeau invoke martial law. Answers that will make Stephen Guilbeault pee his pants. You're not going to want to miss this one. But you have to be there in person at the Rebel News Live mega conference in Calgary on October the 5th. Tickets are limited, so drop everything and go to rebelnewslive.com right now. Special discounted prices for Patriots and special extra high prices if you're with the CBC. Go to rebelnewslive.com now.